Now we have a detail view which contains some useful info, but no way for the user to reach it. To transition to it, we're going to use a navigation controller. So let's finish off our app interface.
Now we are going to implement transition between our controllers. When user selects an item on a grid view, we need to display a detail view. To implement this transition, we are going to use a segue. To create one, let's select our cell, right-click on it, and on the drop-down, in Triggered Segues, drag the selection onto the detail view. And in a pop-up, choose Show. As we've created our segue, we notice that our detailed view is now equipped with navigation bar with a back button. Now let's change the title of the view. Select the navigation bar and set the title attribute to Details. Now, what if we want a custom caption for our back button? For that, we need to change caption for the back button in displaying in presenting view instead. So let's go back to our media list view controller, select the navigation item, and change the caption for the back button property. Let's set it to list. As you can see, immediately on our detail view, the back button caption is now list. Now back to our segue. We will want to be able to access it programmatically. For that, we need to assign an identifier to it. So select the segue on Storyboard, go to Attributes Inspector, and type Show Media Details in Identifier field. Now we are ready to work with it in our code. So let's go back to our Media List View controller. Now that we added segue to our storyboard, when the user selects a cell in our collection view, it will automatically take them to the detail view. However, one more detail left. We need to specify the media ID property for the detail view in order for it to be able to display the proper content. To make this happen, we need to interrupt the transition, pass all the necessary elements, and then let it continue. For that, we have a special method, prepare, which we'll need to override. What we're doing here is identifying the segue that is passed to this method and making sure it matches the ID that we provided in a storyboard. Then we're verifying if the sender is indeed the cell of the type that we need. Next, we determine index path of that cell in our collection view. And finally, we're verifying that the segue destination is the detail view controller that we expect. If all is good, we're fetching the media brief object from our data source and passing the ID of the media to our media detail view controller. Now let's run a quick test. Let's select any fake item, and we are now transitioned to the detail view. Let's experiment with the buttons. And we got an alert saying that it's not possible to load the data. It happens on both on More on iTunes button click, as well as the tap gesture on the swag panel. This is because we haven't provided any data yet, but great progress anyway.